Good evening, WTF, FML. Well, anyways, fuck my life. Why did Noah Baumbach cast Ben Stiller in his newest film? That I just don't get. I just saw a clip, was very interested, and then I'm like, oh, it's Ben Stiller. It's not what I was talking about. I just happened to see Stiller on Letterman as I was getting some more wine. And I was like, oh, Noah Baumbach, a new film. Great. I hope it's as good as The Squid and the Whale. It's not going to be. Ben Stiller. Why cast him? Um, okay, what I really wanted to talk about was healthcare reform, uh, because that's really a topic in the world today. A lot of people are spending their brains being opposed or against it, even though they don't really understand it. Because in order to understand the healthcare reform, you'd have to go through 2,400 pages of the healthcare reform bill. But we don't want to do that, so we just assume what it means. And then the left says one thing and the right says another thing, and they're all predictable, and the world is a very boring place to live. I was reading an article in Scientific America about dark energy and the fact that, for the most part, we don't really observe that much because we can't. We're very limited in that way. So what we see, what we hear, it's only a very small fraction. And they say, for the most part, primarily, we spend most of our time and most of our thinking not understanding. We come to these conclusions because in order to think on that level, it would take up too much, and we can't do it. So we just say, oh well, it's this, therefore it's that, and then we turn it into what we think it is, and then we piss and moan or we like it. It's great though. So the truth is out there somewhere, but we'll never get to it. It's kind of depressing, isn't it? Like humans will never really get there. We won't ever, ever, because we're not built for it. Really, we're still pretty stupid. Even the smartest of us, still pretty dumb. But one thing I did find amusing was uh, one man's comments about the healthcare reform, and it's funny. I think the left and right are funny. I don't hate one more than the other, nor dislike one more than the other. But he was very funny because it's very sort of like cliche, right? So he's against healthcare reform, and he's like, oh, healthcare reform? We can't do healthcare reform, damn it! What? Because we're gonna end up like those European nannies. I like that. Nannies, yeah, the European nannies, right? Over there in Europe, they drink their wine and eat their cheese. But I'm a New York State, damn it, and that's where America was founded on. Nurse, yeah, it's just hilarious. Like, okay, so okay, got it right. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. And you know what the thought process is going through his mind, right? He's a moral man, at least on the outside, and he's put in a lot of hard time. He's seen some wars, freedom, democracy. But what he's actually thinking is very selfish. What he's really thinking is, well, what's going to happen next? If I go into the doctor for a checkup, am I going to find some crack hooker in the waiting room next to me, getting services just like I do? Well, that's not right because goddamn it, I know I'm better than that crack whore. Okay, sure. Yeah. You're better, and that's why healthcare reform sucks because then suddenly, if we all can possibly get healthcare, that makes you what? Not a powerful man or something? Not a righteous man? Because all righteous and powerful men and moral men should be privileged, right? And the people who haven't had the luxuries as you do, or maybe even the personal responsibility that you've had, flush them down the toilet, right? That's what they like, whatever. On the other hand, you hear the left arguing about for the healthcare reform, but they haven't read the thing either, the 2,400 pages. They don't know what's in it. They're just like, oh, brilliant, everybody gets well. Well, it's healthcare reform. Everybody dies, but before they die, maybe we can get healthcare if we have slight issues. right? And I think that's the big picture, isn't it? It's just healthcare. We're all gonna die one day. Who fucking cares? It's just healthcare. It's not a matter of whatever. Like, oh God, providing help to people. Oh my God, outrageous. Well, it's the government, our tax dollars. God, you fucking tightwads. Like, really? Okay, what else can we talk about? Oh man, this whole healthcare reform, it's just so funny. Everybody's got their panties in a bunch, you know? It's crazy. It's crazy to think about. Fuck it. I don't really care, you know? I don't think it's going to affect my life all that much either way. People like to build shit up, right? Okay. Huh. I was going to talk about something else, and yet I don't really know what that something else was. So when I figure out what that something else was, I'll come right back.